Do-do-do-do.
Hello and welcome to Channel 8.
From Phoenix, Arizona, a resident by the name of Ernesto Miranda has just been charged for robbery, kidnapping, and rape. It is said that Miranda, who has not yet finished the 9th grade, has had a history of mental instability. Whether this has affected his actions, we do not know.
Miranda was arrested at his home and taken into custody to a police station where he was identified by the complaining witness. He was then interrogated by 2 police officers for 2 hours, which resulted in a signed written confession.
At trial, the oral written confessions were presented to the jury. Miranda was found guilty of kidnapping and rape and was sentenced to 20 to 30 years in prison on each count. On appeal, the Supreme Court of Arizona held that Miranda's constitutional rights were not violated in the obtaining confession.
Miranda then took it to the U.S. Supreme Court, and it was ruled that the prosecution could not introduce Miranda's confession in court as evidence because police did not inform him of his rights during his arrest.
This not only goes against the Fifth Amendment, which gives a criminal suspect the right to refuse to be a witness against himself, but the Sixth Amendment as well, which guarantees the defendants the right to an attorney.
To protect these rights, the court developed statements that the police are now required to tell the defendant in an arrest or interrogation. They are now known as the Miranda rights.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you, etc.
Neither of these rights were read to Ernesto, which made his confession unconstitutionally admitted at trial, and his conviction was reversed.
Miranda was later retried for the convictions without admission of his confession.
I wonder if this decision is going to upset these people here in Arizona, or even in the U.S. as a whole.
Oh, I'm sure people will have a lot to say. Here's Marissa Kent, live in Arizona, interviewing the thoughts by the civilians on this case.
Thank you. Fox Channel 8.
Marissa Kent, live from Arizona. What's your name?
Mo.
Mo, how do you feel about the Miranda versus Arizona case?
I don't agree because I just think that a lot of people are endangered, and even though he did have his rights, a lot of people can be in danger because he's on the road.
Sad but true. Let's go find some more people. Hi, what's your name?
Sam.
Sam, nice to meet you. How do you feel about the results of the Miranda versus Arizona case?
I agree with them because it goes against the 5th and 6th Amendment, and it's
Unconstitutional. Beautiful. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are
What's
you?
your name?
Mario.
And what are your thoughts on the Miranda versus Arizona case?
He should have been prosecuted even though he wasn't read his rights.
Why do you think that?
Because, even though he wasn't read his rights, he still did something bad, so.
Hello, what's your name?
My name's Ryan Becker.
Ryan Becker. What do you think about the Miranda versus Arizona case?
I think he should have been found guilty and imprisoned,
Why?
Because even though the right...
Okay. What's your name?
John O'Neill.
John O'Neill. How do you feel about the Miranda versus Arizona case?
What's that?
This guy, Ernesto, got arrested for rape and kidnap, but he was not read his rights. Do you think that he was released because it was against the Constitution. Do you think he should have been released, or do you think he should have been locked up anyway?
He should have been released because they didn't read him his rights.
It's unconstitutional.
If you don't read your rights, then it's not fair, okay? Read your rights or else
Beautiful.
you're not guilty.
Now for our final interview. What's your name? Kristen Delvope. Kristen Delvope, how do you feel about the Miranda versus Arizona case?
I realized that there was a technicality and that perhaps he should have been cut off because of the technicality, but he did some really horrible and terrible things, so I think we do have to think about holding people accountable.
Very true. Thank you for your time.